I'm gonna stay right here by your side and do my best to keep you satisfied. Nothing in the world could drive me away. Every day you'll hear me say, baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. And I'll be yours until 2 and 2 is 3. Yours until the mountain crumbles to the sea. In other words, until eternity, baby, I'm yours. Till the stars fall from the sky, baby, I'm yours.
Well, I mistimed that just a little bit, but good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are we doing? How are we feeling? How are we dangling? I've had a haircut, so my hair's not looking the greatest it could, but hello, welcome to the stream. Hopefully we're all doing great. Hopefully you've had a nice week. Hopefully you've had a great new year. Happy New Year, everybody. It's my first stream of this new year. It's an interesting year for me as well. But hello! Hopefully we're doing great. Hopefully everyone's alright. Today we're playing PowerWash Simulator because I kind of panicked and just picked that game because I haven't played it for a fair few weeks. I wanted to play a different game, but I've played it a little too recently, so you know the rules. Still gonna play a game that I haven't played all too recently. So we're back on PowerWash Simulator. Gonna make sure I can actually load up the Xbox, which seems to be a problem that I have every now and then, where I just cannot load up the Xbox. Come on, PowerWash Simulator. Ooh. I've got a light now, because the sensor on this fucking thing means I have to have a light shining on me to make sure we can take advantage of the full quality of the webcam, which is lovely. Gotta love it. Anyway, scene. Gotta make sure that everything's in order. There we go. Might have to move this a little bit. There we go. Life's great. Career. Yes, where were we? Yes, just continue. We're on a dirt bike. Oh, okay. So we don't necessarily need to do the dirt bike. Really, the dirt bike isn't the important one. We've got the bungalow, the fucking playground. Oh, the dirt bike. I think we fuck with the bungalow. I think we'll do the bungalow. Who doesn't love cleaning a bungalow? Right. So, look, we won't be needing to clean the grass, it seems. Is there... Yes, I can run. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna need that ladder to get on the roof. Right, there's an awful lot to be done here. Jesus fucking Christ. Right, let's start here, shall we? Calvin's such a good boy. He's a volcanologist, you know. I don't care. What nozzle are we? Is green better for this? Wait, does this rim count as part of the entire driveway? Because that's a nuisance if it does. Because how is this rim the driveway? Like here, this isn't the fucking driveway. White is weaker but goes longer. I don't know why they'd count that as a driveway. It's not very driveway material. Even well, it's the same material as a driveway, but as we can see, this is not the driveway. If you're driving here, then there is a bit of a problem. Might as well get the steps done whilst I'm here. Tiny clown cars. That is a very good point. However, it's not its fucking place. There we go, we've got the stairs done. Right, green is fine because it's wide and at least somewhat power. Lovely. It's a very chill game. But it does make you wonder why the fuck a volcanologist would pick this fucking house. I mean, look at all the other fucking houses. Look at them. They're fine. But this motherfucker saw this and said, perfect. Why? How did a house even get like this? Genuinely. How does that even fucking happen? You see abandoned buildings with less fucking dirt on them. We just do that because I'm cool. I know there's going to be some fucking annoying invisible dirt there just on the driveway that'll piss me off forever. Last habitant liked his food burnt. It seems that he liked his food from not even fucking burnt, because this isn't even burnt, it's just pure fucking dirt. He must have been a fan of Lunchley. I know the garage door is going to count for something. Yep. Lunchley and their mouldy cheese. And then them saying it's fucking misinformation. They're like, nah, our cheese ain't mouldy. And everyone's like, yeah, yes it fucking is. They're like, maybe. But we're going to ignore it. No, there was a problem with their seals. On their packaging, the glue seal wasn't properly closed where the cheese was, which meant that the cheese became mouldy. And then they're like, no, this isn't happening. As a French person. Yeah, you French, you'll eat anything. You're intriguing beasts. I mean, really, literally mouldy cheese is an entire genre of cheese. It's called blue cheese. But, you know, it's mouldy cheddar cheese. That's the problem. Like, and it's not, and it's just, I don't even know if it's fucking cheddar. It's the kind of cheese that shouldn't mould. But then again, people will probably still eat it. They invented a new kind of cheese. Squid Game Season 2 is all the talk, and it's all over my TikTok For You page. Like, I know, I've fucking watched it, and some memes are great, but calm down, I don't need to see video after video after video about Squid Game Season 2, and Happy New Year! Happy New Year, we're in 2025 now. Which is, it's an interesting fact. We love the inevitable passage of time. seems to get gradually more unserious. The thing is, the concept of it is great. Like, oh, you're taking the piss. The whole capitalism and people greed for money and things like that. And I feel like the second season explores that really well. By any chance yet? No, not yet. I've been spending some money. I mean, I've still got the money. It's just I've got university assignments and shit like that, and genuinely I forget because measurements and all that shit. I'm lazy. I'm a lazy bugger. You're asking a lazy person if they've done something that they were supposed to do. The answer is pretty much going to be a no. And plus, my parents are going to be heavily questioning me if I get another fucking Spider-Man suit. And like, you've already got two, and I'm like, yeah, but I really want this one. It's like, but you've really wanted the other two, and it's like, yeah, but I really want this one. It's a whole fucking situation. So I'm holding off on it for the time being. But anyways, as unserious as Squid Game is, it's also quite. Oh, that counts for the whole gutter. Great. It explores the same ideas of greed and how people will do literally anything for money. Remind me every week. Cheers. But the big issue really is that it's failing at that because people like watching people die. People like watching the games. Which isn't what the series is actually there for. But let's be fucking for real. We all want to watch the games. That's what we want to watch. And yeah, we do. If we didn't, Squid Game wouldn't be as popular. It's a new concept. And well, it's not exactly a new concept. People play games for money and life and whatnot, but it's done in such a new way and executed so well. But people love to watch the games. They love it. They love hoping this player wins, that player wins. And, you know, we have basically become the VIPs. Like, people are just like, oh my god, I hope this character dies. It's like you are hoping on a person's death. Like, the fuck? It's very intriguing, but yeah, no, the second season is very good. I believe it to be better than the first season. There's a lot of story, and I quite enjoy that. Not too happy where they left it on such a cliffhanger. However, you know, that's fun. But no, it was great. Looking forward to season 3 when we can actually see some resolution to the whole fucking storyline. I think season 3 is going to be the last season of Squid Game. There'll be no more after season 3. Basically, according to the fucking guy who made it, because he's fed up with it. He's sick to the back teeth. He wants nothing to fucking do with it anymore. Which, fair enough. But, I mean, the effect of it is really something. Look at Mr. Beast, for example. You know, he's a prime example of somebody who didn't really understand the premise of Squid Game. Recreating it in real life is not what it was made for. Like, any real-life recreation of Squid Game, Beast Games is literally just his version of Squid Game. And it's not great. It's not what you're supposed to do after watching... Like, how do you watch Squid Game and say, you know what? I wish this was real. You just don't. Because if Squid Game was real, people would sure have a couple fucking things to say about it. That won't be, oh, I fucking love this. If you're watching real people suffer, it would be a very different situation. Exactly. It's Squid Game minus the killing. Because he's not allowed to kill them. But, like, he's making people do all these fucking things. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still entertaining. However, it's not a normal thing. Personally, I don't watch people die. I don't watch, you know, real people die. I prefer watching actors pretend to be people dying, because then I know that they're not actually dying. But I'm not a fan of actually watching real people die. It doesn't tickle my fancy. It's not my cup of tea. But then again, there are some people that would gladly watch people fucking die. And you know, it's a bit concerning. I mean, I used to be fine with like all those gore videos back, you know, a couple of years ago. But nah, I fucking hate them. I absolutely hate all of that shit. And I think it's a bit weird that people will search for them purposefully and want to watch it. I mean, yeah, you can wish death upon bad people, but that's different to actively watching people be killed. It's not morally okay to call for people's death, but I mean, a lot of people aren't going to call you a bad person if you call for certain people's death. That's very intriguing. Thank you for the follow, A. Evans1408. Watching people die is sometimes part of your job. I've got a lot of people to add back. Just be patient. I don't go on Snapchat much. I haven't been talking to most people. This is what fucking you were talking about, Sander. Is I dead ass don't fucking add people back for a while. I was actually supposed to add people back this morning. How do I delete somebody's fucking message? You've just dead ass put your fucking snap in there. And that's not... We don't do that. Thank you very much. I'll give you a timeout. There we go. It deleted the messages, that's fine. Don't go putting your social medias in the fucking chat. If you want to fucking promote yourself, there are so many other ways to do it. Not here. Thank you very much. If you want me to add you back, wait. Plain and simple. If you're not gonna wait, that's a you problem, not a me problem. What the fuck was that noise? Oh, was it me getting a star? I think it was me getting a star. Oh, a student paramedic. Well, see, that makes sense that you'll have to sometimes witness people meeting their demise. Because I mean, you're going to in any medical field. It's just a fact of that. Fact of that profession. Yeah, you have to be you have to have some strong will in that field. I couldn't do it. Then again, I also have I'd have no idea what I'm fucking doing as well. But to the amount of shit that you'd see. People getting all kinds of fucking accidents. You'd think people would be more cautious. Sorry, is the door frame isn't finished? How is the door frame not fucking finished? Thank you. The door handle doesn't matter, does it? No, it doesn't. Lovely. Yeah. You'd kind of hope people would be more cautious rather than think it, but no. Nah. All manner of fucking incidents. There are literally TV programs based on people getting in some insane fucking predicaments and situations. And we all know about these TV programs, these paramedic shows, where they actually just go and fucking film shit. And it's like, we all know about them. And we've all, at some point, seen at least one clip from them. And they're never pretty. It's never, oh, he's just broken his finger. It's, you know, his head's half hanging off his fucking body. Because he got into some kind of fucking crash or some shit. It's like, it's always shit like that. And to be able to get into a profession where you can help people in such a situation, you've got to have some fucking strong guts, because that is not something that I'd be willing to do. But Doctor House, I like House. House is very good. It's a very good show. I can only watch a few episodes at a time. I always get into this sort of like period of time where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch a bunch of House, and I watch a couple episodes and I always put it down because it's so predictable. Like you watch it and then you start knowing exactly what's gonna fucking happen next, and then I leave it alone for a couple months and then I go back to it. But I still fucking love it. Gotta love House. It's just, it gets a bit boring because it's so repetitive. After a little bit. It's good if you've got nothing to watch, though. You can watch a couple episodes and be nicely entertained. Hugh Laurie was just built for that role. Which is crazy, because there isn't an ounce of American blood in that guy. I love silly shows. I love them. Hugh Laurie is a fun story. He's a hell of a guy. He acted in quite a few things that people wouldn't really know about it. I mean, they're older British comedies. Stuff that people like Rowan Atkinson were in. And that's the guy who plays Mr. Bean, if you don't know. Like, sort of 1980s, 1990s period. Silly, fucking British comedy shows. And he was quite good. To a lot of people, that's what he's mainly known for, because they haven't seen shit like House. To me, I saw him in House before anything else. And it was a surprise to me that he's British as all shit. If you hear him fucking speaking normally, that man is not just British, he's very British. Like, it's funny because British people make the best Americans. So many British people play American characters, it's fucking hilarious. Like, not a single American actor. Like, you mean to tell me that there isn't a single American actor who could play that role better than a British person? It's funny as shit. And his accent is very good. It's very convincing. True. True. You get a British person to pretend to be American, so then they can bring the knowledge, which is actually, it's not very true, because there's a fuck ton of stupid British people, and I really do mean a fuck ton. Some of these people can give an American a run for their money with how stupid they are. And we can bully America for being stupid because we didn't elect an orange man twice. Like, okay, majority of people in America didn't vote for Donald Trump, but that's like a few 100,000. It's by a few 100,000, and so many people voted third party. If every single third party vote went to Kamala instead of Donald Trump, then sure, she would have won. But it would have taken quite a few days for her to have won. And that would have just been the popular vote. Yeah, the world is absolutely sinking into fascism. It's ridiculous and it's scary because people are just eating up and just sucking on that fucking fascist misinformation. It's like, did we not fucking learn anything? Have we not learned anything? Genuinely, are we just going to forget things? Are we just going to brush things off? Like, really? You know, our great-grandparents died at war against fascism. And all of these fucking ideologies. And we're just going to be like, you know what? What the world needs now is to give them another shot. They're so misunderstood. No. Absolutely fucking not. They had their moment. They showed us what they're like. And it's not good. I will never ever be welcoming to people who support things like Reform UK and whatnot. Never in a million years. Because that's a party that's, for the people. No, it's fucking not. Name one company that is actively for the people. Companies are there to make people fucking profit. And Reform UK is a company, not a party. It has shareholders. Fascism isn't new. It's a change to what we've had because we've had democracy. And, oh, when democracy doesn't work, you know what we need to do? No, if democracy is giving a lot of people something that they don't like, you don't fucking get rid of it. You go through the democratic processes to get a different fucking government eventually. Like, it's not that difficult of a fucking concept. Like, just wait. Like, genuinely, there are checks and balances. And you want people who can get rid of that and just destroy the country because they say it'll make it better. No. It doesn't make it fucking better. We know that for a fact. It's absolutely ridiculous. And these fucking foreign billionaires like Elon Musk thinking that they can have a say in politics that has nothing to do with them or their country. They have nothing to do with our fucking country. And he's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to say that the fascist party is the good one. Everybody vote for them. They're great. It's not your fucking place or position to tell people in their other country that has such a different... Like, he holds no political power in this country. I can bully Americans for voting in Donald Trump because that's the fucking president. I don't know about these fucking governors and shit like that. I don't know about their fucking state elections, but when it comes to their fucking generals, we have a special relationship with the United States, right? And so their president does matter in British politics. But it's still absolutely ridiculous. Elon Musk is not part of that special relationship. Elon Musk will never be part of that special relationship. He's trying so hard to be important, and yet he's calling for people like Tommy Robinson to be freed from fucking prison. No. No, he's in prison for a fucking reason. If you want Tommy Robinson to be freed, then free Luigi Mangione. Plain and fucking simple. It's absolutely ridiculous. He holds no actual power or legitimate position to be telling British people who they should and shouldn't vote for. Basically, whoever Elon Musk says you should vote for, do the opposite. Go the party that is the direct opposite of who he's saying. Let's be fucking for it. I mean, what is this sort of yeah, it's fucking hilarious. People love him. But he's an immigrant. And let's not forget, he was an illegal immigrant in America, working illegally on an expired work visa. He lived there illegally. And he's yapping about all this fucking immigration. My brother in Christ, what is this fucking self-hatred? It's stupid. Have you forgotten where you came from? Have you forgotten your methods? Without illegal immigration, you wouldn't be one of the richest people on earth. Like, pack it in. It's fucking friendly fire. No, we need to stop these immigrants. We need to stop them. We need to stop them. Okay, off you pop. Back to South Africa you go. Plain and fucking simple. He's not from the United States. He's not from Britain. I don't even think he's ever been to the UK. And if he has, he'll only have ever been to fucking London. He knows nothing about our country and its democratic processes. And he seems to know an equal amount about American democracy. Which is funny, because he holds a government. I don't care, Calvin Miller. I don't care. He knows absolutely nothing, and he holds a government position. Oh yes, the Department of Government Efficiency. That's basically, here you are, you want to be important, so we're going to make you think. It's like a participation trophy. Like, you know what, you gave me a lot of money, so I'm going to make some bullshit up that does absolutely nothing, so you feel like you're actually worth something. Donald Trump fucking hates the guy because he can't get rid of him. But he does kind of need Elon Musk, because without Elon Musk, let's be for real, Donald Trump would actually be in jail. Also, I think the New York court is actually holding the hearing on his hush money case on the 10th of January. He tried to get it thrown out because he's the president, and the judge said no. So fucking suck on that one, orange man. Mr. Tan. I hope Americans are embarrassed by their political decisions. I have made, like, no difference on this fucking house. He's an old man. Remember when they were bullying Joe Biden for being an old man who's making no sense? And then they went and voted in an old man who's making no sense? What fucking happened there? It's like, yeah, go back to bed, Sleepy Joe. We're voting for Donald Trump. You fucking what? Okay, I'll give you that. Joe Biden was an old man who made no sense. But so's Donald Trump. He is no fucking better. Kamala Harris, when it comes to that debate between her and Donald Trump, she came out victorious, and she basically wiped the floor with him, but not properly, because she was also quite bad in that fucking debate. I was watching it and I was like, are you fucking taking the piss? This is the most fucking incoherent fucking legally allowable fucking talk ever. Like, none of them answered any of the questions. It's just Donald Trump answered them in a more absurd way. She lost because people are stupid, though. She absolutely should have won that election if the American people wanted a president who would be better for them. She'd be better than Joe Biden and Donald Trump. She wouldn't be a great president. She wouldn't. She's not this knight in shining armor. You know, it's like maybe she's got a helmet that's a bit dull. But that's compared to two peasant farmers hitting each other with carrots thinking they're pitchforks. You know, it's... She's a little bit better. She's still quite bad, but a bit better. And at least she's not violently fucking racist and wants to be a dictator. We may see an assassination of a president within the next 5 years. And wouldn't be great. But judging by the fact that there have been multiple attempts on Trump's life already, and he's not even president for a second time, We got a healthcare fucking CEO who got fucking shot dead in the street. I wouldn't feel so safe. You know what I mean? Like, no wonder Elon Musk has been carrying his child around with him more. He's using his child as a sort of human shield because he knows people will happily put a bullet in his head. There are certain people who will gladly do that. And so I'm seeing people that say he's just carrying his fucking baby, his baby toddler son, whatever, with him so that he looks like a good parent, and also because you wouldn't shoot a man who's got his child on his shoulders. But the issue with that is that they become a martyr. They become these people who died for their cause. You know what I mean? And that's a big problem. You don't want to give them more support than they already have, because they then become these fucking heroes when they're nothing of the sort. So instead of killing them, you just don't give them attention. It's kind of what you do with a child. If there's a really, really annoying child, you don't kill it, you just ignore it. And they'll do anything to get your attention. But if you never give it your attention, it'll just shut the fuck up already. Except the issue we have is that these are important people now because people voted for them to be important. Which is, you can't just ignore the president, you know what I mean? I mean, I can ignore the king because he means fucking nothing and he's got very few power. But I can't ignore the prime minister, for example. As much as many people like to ignore what the prime minister actually says and make up a load of bullshit about who he actually is and what he does. Don't get me wrong, Keir Starmer ain't a great fucking leader. He's not a great person. But I would happily have Starmer over a Nigel Farage, let's say. He wouldn't be my final choice for Prime Minister, don't get me wrong. But if the competition is people like Nigel Farage, I will happily have Keir Starmer. But I can't just ignore him, and that's the issue that we have, is that people like Elon Musk and whatnot, they are now important, and you can't really ignore them. And he fucking owns Twitter, one of the largest social media networks. I love Twitter because of its user interface. And there's some very, very funny posts on there. It's a very addictive site. Can somebody please take it off him? For the love of God. Can somebody please take Twitter off Elon Musk? And it's not called X. It's Twitter. Right? That's what it's fucking called. It's what it's going to be called. And trying to use people calling X Twitter, he's tried to make people calling it Twitter some fucking transgender allegory. No. You don't accept your daughter, we don't accept Twitter. We don't accept X. Plain and fucking simple. Exactly. Plain and fucking... He's a terrible father who's got multiple children. He's a fucking low-life deadbeat who invented absolutely nothing. He didn't create SpaceX. He didn't create Tesla. He didn't create PayPal. He didn't create Twitter. Nothing that he owns, he created. He just bought them. That's all he's fucking good at doing, is buying. He hasn't created a single thing in his whole fucking life. He's a waste of space. Other billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos, they actually created something. Him? No. He didn't create a damn thing. He's useless. He'll always be remembered for the things that he has bought. Let's remember the people who actually created the things that he's bought, shall we? I couldn't tell you who created Twitter. Maybe we need to make that more common knowledge. Because it's not Elon Musk's. He bought it. He didn't create it. He didn't create SpaceX. You know, the whole fucking space, yeah, let's go to Mars. That's not even his... He didn't even fucking create that company. Like... And Tesla, that's his whole fucking thing. Tesla is his whole thing. He didn't even create that. He hasn't got a single creative bone in his fucking body. He just throws money at people until they stop talking and give up what they've worked hard on. And it works, because why wouldn't it? If somebody's paying me $44 billion for something that I've made, fucking take it. Because that's me sorted for the rest of my life. I can't, you know, blame the Twitter CEOs for caving in. Because that's a massive amount of fucking money. I would take it as well. I'd gladly take it. But we do need somebody to buy it off Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Rich people get more attention, they do. You get more attention if you can afford it. Celebrities and whatnot, same as well. You have a higher chance in getting famous and being a celebrity, whatnot, if you've got enough money to become one. You have to buy all these advertisements, pay all these different people. It's easy if you've got the money. It's why this year will be my 7th year streaming, and you see, I don't have the... Now a lot of people got really big and famous without being rich as fuck. Queso, for example. Although now that man is rich as fuck. And there's no fucking denying it. He has to be rich with the amount of fucking followers and subscribers he has. He makes millions. Right? He has to be rich. But a lot of people... Success comes from money. And if you can't afford to be successful, then you won't be. You have to give up so much. It's insane. But that's the elite for you. The rich stay rich and the poor get poor. Plain and fucking simple. We love the capitalist free market. Isn't it grand? Having life dictated by certain fucking people. Such as whether you're going to be able to afford to live. It's great, isn't it? It's fucking fantastic. Life is great, and I'm fucking washing somebody's porch in a video game. We love deep conversations about the world and the systems within. It's lovely. I'm working on getting a debate lined up to discuss politics. Recently saw some fella on Reels talking about political shit. And I disagree with a lot of the things he says. And I'm currently in the process of organising a debate, which will happen on this channel, that's right. On this here Twitch channel. I love debates. And also, when we reach 500 followers, I'll be able to then get an interview with an actor named Alan Bagg. He played Rod in Birdemic, which is a cult classic film, basically for being a terrible film. And I love it to bits, which is why I asked to interview him. So when we reach 500 followers, I'll be able to interview him. He set that goal for me. He's like, when you get 500, then we can do it. And I have been working my fucking ass off to get 500 followers. It's all I need. Which is also great for me, because that's also 500 followers, regardless of the interview. But that's mainly why I want to get into all these different kinds of content. I love a good debate. I love a good interview. I interviewed the one and only Sam Taylor twice. And here's a fun fact for you. I posted a clip of my first interview. It got over 100,000 views. Yesterday, TikTok took it down and then reinstated it. They said it was sexual harassment or some shit. And I was like, no, it fucking isn't. And they were like, oh yeah, no, you're right. It isn't. Hello? It's so there had to have been a couple motherfuckers that were there reporting. It's like, this is sexual harassment. Oh my god. And TikTok were like, you know what? We're not even gonna fact check this. And then they're like, here's, you've got a warning on your account as well, by the way. If another video goes against our rules, then you're gonna get your account banned. And I'm like, what? What the fuck happened? Which video violated any rules? And I saw which video and I was like, you're taking the fucking piss. You're taking the fucking piss here now. It's a fucking joke. And I appealed it successfully. Because I quite like a 111,000 view video being on my TikTok profile. It makes me look important. That was a whole fucking situation, by the way, interviewing Sam Taylor, especially the first one. That man is so fucking unpredictable. Like, it was a fucking nightmare. I remember exactly how it fucking happened. I wasn't the most prepared for an interview. I had a few hours at most to prepare for it, because we had he agreed to the interview. He was like, yeah, I'll do the interview, right? And I was like, great. I was going to bed. This is when I had a good fucking sleep schedule. And then all of a sudden, I get this fucking message. Right, let's do it. And I was like, you fucking what? The interview today? It was like 11:40 p.m. Right? I was in my pajamas, like literally about to turn my light off to go to sleep, and he sends this fucking message, and I'm like, shit. So I then spent the next few hours, because he's in Hong Kong, there's quite a time difference. I immediately got up and started brainstorming questions and topics to cover. It was a fucking nightmare. The second interview I did with him was much better, much more organised. Because I had at least 1 week of knowledge for when that interview would be. He would be like, right, this day at this time. And I was so thankful that he wasn't just going to fucking spring it on me right as I'm going to sleep. I could actually prepare for a certain time and make a good promotional video saying what day and what time, so people knew what to expect, when to expect it. It was much better. Now, my issue that I have with that whole fucking thing is, you know, you get all of these views, all these hundreds of thousands of views, and it counts for nothing. Because people do not follow you at all. It doesn't happen. You don't get followers. Out of all of the people who viewed my video, who viewed those clips that I posted on Instagram and TikTok, I think I may have gained at most 5 followers on each platform, TikTok and Instagram, respectively. It's giving you actual nightmares. I tried to go to sleep at a respectable time last night, but my pajamas were giving me so many sensory issues. I'm currently running on 2 hours and 44 minutes of sleep. After this, I'm going to have my lunch and a nap. I'm not kidding. And especially after having a haircut as well. The amount of sensory issues is crazy. It's not the most fun. We love having autism. And I'm diagnosed. It's great. I remember I was just in ordinary therapy. You know, and this post here. I was in ordinary therapy, and I was describing a lot of things that agitate me and annoy me and things like that. And my therapist was like, right, so we're going to get you assessed for autism. Because she reckoned that I had autism, and she was correct. I do indeed have autism. I mean, I kind of suspect that I had at least some kind of autism. Oh, yippee! Chimney! Autism is fun. You had a dream just waking up and waking up. That's a hell of a fucking dream to have. That would actually drive me insane. A lot of people I know have autism. It's very fun. I still remember having a dream where I died. That was an interesting one. I died in the dream, and I went to an afterlife. I don't believe in an afterlife. I don't believe in none of that. But I went to one. There was an afterlife in this dream. I shot myself with a fucking gun. And went to the afterlife. Hell of an experience. It was a bit weird. You're just a bunch of, like, souls floating around Earth, and you have 10 minutes to find, somebody to become. Like, you float around, you pick a country, you see a person's life, what it's going to be like, and you take over after, like, a certain age. So basically you go around, find hospitals, things like that. If you can't pick within that time period, you automatically get assigned somebody. It's really, really fucking weird. I wouldn't recommend dreaming about the afterlife. I didn't have some sort of fucking revelation. That's not what it's actually like. Let's be for real here. That's not what the afterlife is like. But that's what it was like in my dream. You're just sort of floating around the Earth, and you pick somebody to become, basically, and you take over after a certain amount of time, which I guess a lot of people would say has some basis in truth, because you know, we only really become conscious after, like, what, the age of fucking 5 or some shit. Like, you try and remember something that happened to you when you were 3. You can't. Oh, you were 2 years old when we went here. Okay, this is complete news to me. I've never been to this place before in my life. Like, it's fun. My parents remember more of my past than I do. We love memory. I have a terrible memory. Fucking awful memories. It's so fun to have a bad memory. Like nobody talks about how fun it is to forget a lot of things. Like, I'll have to do something important, and I will forget. I'll tell myself I'm gonna do this, and then I don't do it because I forgot. And then people are like, why didn't you do this? We're going to punish you for not doing this. And it's like, doing fucking what? I don't remember that. That means nothing to me. I've never heard of that before. It's like, we told you about it. Here's proof. And I was like, oh, yeah. It happens so much. And it's like, you are now in trouble for not doing this thing. And I'm like, what the fuck? You never told me to do this thing. He's like, yes, we did. Here's proof. And I'm like, oh, shit. You did. Great. I got through college very easily doing that. Fuck knows how I got into university. By forgetting so many college assignments. I'm also forgetting my university assignments. I've got a fair few that I need to fucking do. I've got one of them due in on Tuesday. I had one due in yesterday. I spent 9 hours on Thursday doing that fucking assignment. So my fucking my fucking lecturer better be grateful. I don't give a fuck if it's not a 100 out of 100. He better at least recognise the amount of fucking effort I put in, because Jesus, I was grabbing at straws. Oh, it'll be so easy to write all of these words about this shit. Not when you have to use sources. I will gladly write 1,500 words about the Great Divergence without a single source to back anything up. But as soon as I've got to use a fucking source, I'm done for. I hate sources. Like, they're not websites, they're books. I don't read. I don't read books. I can't do it. You're currently working on it. It's always best to get the assignments done sooner rather than later. I said I was going to get the assignments done at the start of Christmas break, which started on the 20th of December. No, it started on the 13th of December for me. I didn't. So now I've got an awful lot of assignments I need to do. Well, it's not a lot. It's like 4 or 5. But it's an awful lot of words I need to write. So that's a couple days I'm not going to be able to do anything. Because I'm going to be busy doing assignments. Well, that's just fucking great, isn't it? I fucking fell off. Well, let me sort out this gutter before anything. Yeah, I mean that's one benefit of art school. Just whatever you do, don't fail it. Don't fail it. You have a couple political opinions. You are not allowed to fail art school. Do not fail. For the love of God. Do not get some sort of passion for Germany, despite not being from Germany. Happened once before. Hitler wasn't even fucking German. He's Austrian. It's a very Elon Musk situation. Elon Musk isn't American or British. Yet he's got so much influence over our fucking politics. Except he's got money and Hitler didn't. Hitler just knew how to speak. And people knew how to be stupid. Hitler proves that people are stupid. Well, he was promising a better fucking life. Who wouldn't vote for him? People with a brain. Like, it's not hard to not be a hateful person. And vote for hateful people. It's not hard. Genuinely. It's actually really easy to not slip into fascism and far-right ideology. But people are stupid. They are stupid as all fucking hell. And so you're always going to have the people that vote for them. Because they're fucking stupid. We learned about this, and we're supposed to prevent it from happening again. So why are we letting it happen again? Because people are stupid. And it doesn't matter if me, you, and everybody you know are against it. What matters is that there are people who support it. And you have to make sure that less people support it. Which is funny that we're having these problems in this fucking day and age. It's ridiculous. It's all because of misinformation. It's not illegal to lie. You can lie to anybody about anything, and that is perfectly okay. But what people lie about is what causes the problems. Lovely. Ooh, this bungalow's taken a while, and I'm a lazy bastard. I mean, I am kind of on the last part of the bungalow. I'm doing the... I've done everything else. Ah! Thank you for the follow, Lil Man the Lil God. Intriguing name. Thank you for the follow. Trust the process. Ooh, 4 stars. I thought I was fucking falling off the roof then. $900 in my bank if I left it here. But money. And also satisfaction. Hello, welcome to the stream. I just need to do this roof, and then I am finished with this bungalow. This may well be my longest stream for a while, for a little while, if I actually finish this bungalow in this stream. What? I'm British. I don't know if you misspell Aussie. I'm British, not Australian. I've got a flag behind me. That's Wales. It's in the UK. Because I am a Welshman. Fair enough. A lot of people don't. From other countries, because you don't need to. I don't know shit about a lot of countries. Not necessarily. There are definitely some people that do stink, but nah, not necessarily. Do I know you? I feel like I know you. And you're just taking the piss. No, it's just I know a few people who speak like that. I mean, to be fair, my bio is "you stink." So, checkmate, dickhead. But no, a lot of people on public transport most certainly do. It's not great. But then again, isn't that true with every fucking country? I mean, it's just people in general. People just stink. People are stinky creatures. Including you. You haven't showered. Have a shower. Chop chop. That's one thing that annoys me about my hair, because I got it done yesterday. I have to wait a couple days before I can wash it. It's annoying. That's the annoying thing about perms. When you coming to the US, never. I will never go to America. I know I've got quite a few American friends. I'm never going. It's a shit fucking country. That's why. I wouldn't purposefully go to a shit country like that and add to its shit economy. No. It's not fucking happening. Unless I have to, on some form of fucking business, I will never ever go to the USA. The US is just shit. Plain and simple. So I'm not going. I have no need to go. I have no want to go. There is nothing there that I want to experience. There is nothing there that I need to experience. And there is nobody there who can make dealing with some of the most arrogant people on earth worth it. Actually, no, that goes to the French. I mean, I never plan on going to France either. I just like bullying people from different countries. It's fun. It's great. The French take it for the arrogance, however, the Americans give you a good run for your money. We know that we have a shit country. Americans like to believe that they're the best in the world. They lie to themselves. See, I don't like that made-up language. Something about bread. You don't deal with people. Very fair. I have to deal with people to do this job. It's barely a job. No, the Americans are not the best in the world. There is nothing best about your fucking country. Maybe you're the best at being shit. But no. No, there is no best in the world. No country is the military. Best fucking military. Nobody cares about the fucking military. Yeah, we can kill people the best. You're the best at killing people. That's not a flex. You are the best at being the least human. Taking human life should not be a human characteristic. Being the best at taking human life is not a flex. We should leave that to an animal, not ourselves. Yet, us humans pose the greatest risk and the greatest threat to our own human life. What kind of bullshit is that? The lion isn't its greatest predator, yet the human is the human's greatest predator because of people in countries like America. You are the problem, not the solution. I'll give it to you. You've got the greatest military because you spend half the world's GDP to defend yourself. If let's be real for a moment. If America didn't spend so much money on their military, you fuckers would have been invaded a long time ago. I'm not exactly going to allow that message in the chat. Who's coming to save your... Well, obviously the fucking Americans are going to come and save our ass if we were being fucking invaded, but so will other countries. It's how alliances work. We helped Poland during the Second World War. Who didn't? America. Who solved Enigma? The German code. The German code that they were using to communicate with each other, their encryption. Who solved that? That was the British. Alan Turing, the British. Not the Americans. You know, you guys only joined the war because of Japan. As a matter of fact, you people were protesting in favor of Hitler. Yeah, we helped during the Afghan war, the invasion of Iraq and all that shit. And we, unlike you people, are dead against that. We are actually not happy that we did that. Because it was all a lie on false pretenses. Tony Blair lied to Parliament. Tony Blair lied to the King and the people of this nation. To take us to war. And we actually aren't happy about it. We don't flex about it like, yeah, our fucking leader lied to us to go and kill innocent people. Yeah, that's what this country is all about. It's not a flex. I'm moving this fucking ladder. It's the opposite of a flex, actually. Having this strong military, killing people, invading countries ain't great. That's coming from a fucking British person. We had the whole fucking empire and everything. We had you. Well, depends what state you're in. That's one thing. If you're not from one of the original... Everyone loves a man in uniform. I don't. As a matter of fact... It's one thing that I actually avoid. Let's say I'm looking for a partner and whatnot. If they're in cadets and whatnot, I don't talk to them. I don't consider them. I don't like it. Obviously, I respect the people who are defending this country, but I'm not attracted to people who are like fucking 16, 17 in the cadets and shit like that. I mean, the main reason is that a lot of them did fail their exams, and that's their last resort, which means that I won't be able to have an intelligent conversation with them. And that is kind of something that I like having. And another thing is that you have to be at least somewhat nationalistic in a sense that you're willing to put your life on the line for this country. I'm not willing to put my life on the line for this country at all. I'm not willing to die for this country. Exactly. We are a little bit more mature. we do adult things younger. The cadets are different to the military. They are. Why is this motherfucker calling me? What? Can he not see I'm streaming? He's never called me. That's another fucking thing. Sorry, someone who's never called me before is calling me. I'm streaming though. I don't answer anybody when I stream. The cadets is not the military. It's sort of training to enter the military when you become 18. And I think it's quite cringe. It's like they think that they're so above everyone else. Like, huh, yeah, I'm in the cadets. Okay, tell me that you failed your exams without telling me you failed your exams. It depends on the person. A lot of them have this sort of god complex. By a lot of them, I'm talking about some of the most basic looking white men you've ever fucking seen in your life, who have a picture of them in this proper stance and whatnot in their fucking uniform on their profile. They have this god complex, like they're better than everybody else. If they're casual about it, and, you know, I've spoken to someone who is entering the Navy in America, and he's a chill guy, he's nice, he's fine, right? No bother there. Right? That doesn't bother me at all. But some of these people are very insufferable. And a lot of them like to support these more fascistic parties and things like that. And it's like... I just don't... I don't fuck with the chances of me getting on with any of them. And so I don't bother. But just because I don't get on with the people doesn't mean I'm not going to appreciate them fighting for the country, because it takes a lot of fucking bravery to basically go out with the pretense that there is a high chance that you could fucking die, and you're still doing it. I mean, some people... There are certain people who do it because they like the idea of killing people, but the idea of fighting for your country is a very brave idea, and you've got some fucking balls if you're gonna do that. But I don't get along with those people. I don't fuck with war. I don't fuck with fighting. I don't fuck with killing people. I don't fuck with it. And, you know, people who fought in, let's say, the Iraq War, for example. Respect, but also not that much respect, because a lot of the soldiers in the military committed heinous crimes against humanity. Heinous crimes. Some of the things that those soldiers did to innocent people is not respectable at all. No one signs up to be like, we love our country. Some do. So some of them sign up because it's like, yeah, I want to defend this country. Whee! I finished! Fuck yeah. I'm going to be ending the stream in a minute. Because I finished the game. I finished the job. There we go. Right. There we go. That's me done for today. That's this stream. My throat is hurting. I'm going to end the stream now. Subscriber only stream tomorrow evening, as usual, when it's supposed to be. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been great. Make sure you follow, share, click on the link tree attached to my Twitch profile. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to me YouTube VODs, my main YouTube channel. I've got a video in the making. listen to my music on Spotify. Join the Discord server. Thank you for the follow, chap Cont. Interesting name. Listen to my music on Spotify. All that fun jazz. Check everything out. But anyway, thank you for watching. It's been great. I'll see you all in the next stream. Goodbye.